Dear Aries, welcome to your November 2019 Astrology Horoscope. This month I have prepared something very special for you. We are gonna talk about the key events during the month, and basically we have many things happening, so make sure to watch this video and prepare. Some of the most important ones are Mercury, which turns retrograde but then goes direct again. Venus together with Jupiter, one of the most beneficial aspects during the whole year. We also have some two challenging Mars aspects, and they are important for you because that's the ruler of your sign. And we have a powerful new moon and full moon. We have many other things to discuss, so let's begin. Just before that, let me tell you that I have a special surprise. You can win a free reading with me, so make sure to watch the video until the end and you will learn how you can do that. So we are starting with Mercury. Basically, Mercury turns retrograde on the very last day of October. However, of course, it will affect you during November as well until the 20th. Mercury will be retro in Scorpio during the whole time in your 8th house. Now, overall, it means you have to be extra careful when it comes to finances, especially mutual finances, all kinds of mutual resources, investments, and overall some kind of more personal or even secret stuff. Something from the past might appear, something might be revealed to you. And the great thing actually is that while Mercury is retrograde, it will have only positive aspects. We are gonna discuss them day by day, but overall, this is not a really challenging Mercury retro transition. Actually, we may use it in a very positive way, restarting all things, reassessing things, having some ideas come back from the past or people from the past. So prepare for this. Now, on the 1st of November, Venus, the planet of love, the planet of joy and happiness, will ingress in Sagittarius, the sign of opportunities and growth and the future, triggering your 9th house. So basically, this would be a great time for you to enjoy traveling, to enjoy learning, to enjoy concentrating on some new goals, and overall to just explore opportunities related to the future. Now, the sun will be in your 8th house until the 22nd of November. So at the same time, you might get really serious about things. You might get really concentrated. You might dive really deep into something. So it's really a combination of exploration and learning and remembering things. At the same time, with Venus in 9th, this is time to enjoy the future opportunities and the future goals. So wonderful position. Venus will trine your sign at the same time. So this is time to just enjoy yourself, to feel more optimistic also about the future. On the 5th of November, we have the first challenging aspect, which is actually one of the two really challenging aspects this month. Mars, which is the ruler of your sign and which currently is in Libra, will square Pluto, which is in Capricorn. This combination triggers your 7th and 10th house. So you have to be extra cautious when it comes to communication, connections, relationships, partnerships, and also the social area. Authority figures mostly, but also people related to your career, related to your social reputation. Sometimes this could be a very dynamic, a very aggressive combination, bringing lots of impatience, but on the positive side, it can bring you extra power, extra strength to fight for the things which are important to you. Maybe fight with some kind of, powerful people, fight for justice, fight for what's important to you. However, when it comes to your personal life, you need to be more cautious. This combination, Mars-Pluto triggering 7th house, it can bring more jealousy, more confronting your partner and so on, which usually is not necessary in relationships. So that's around the 5th. On the 8th of November, we have a very nice combination. So look what's going on. The Sun in your 8th house has a positive aspect with Saturn in your 10th house. That's a wonderful combination for your career achievements, for some social achievements, but also for transformations of that, or maybe new ideas about investments or what can be explored or what can be improved, receiving even help and support from other people. At the same time, also the Sun has a positive connection with Neptune in 12th house. And this is great for realizing some important things, more internal, more personal, maybe even more emotional, potentially related to the past. And this combination, 8th, 12th house, it really triggers your intuition. So trust your inner instincts. And we have another positive combination, Saturn and Neptune as well, 10th, 12th house. So pay attention, guys. We have a configuration which is called bisextile, 8th, 10th, and 12th house, positively triggered at the same time in your chart. So the focus point is in 10th house, your career, your social realization and achievements, but at the same time you may receive some support from the invisible world, or your intuition may guide you, or other people may help you through their resources or through their emotional support. So this is a great combination around the 8th of November. On the 9th, Mercury, which is retro in your 8th house, will have a positive aspect with Pluto, which is again in your 10th house. So here we can expect something positive as an idea to come back, maybe something from the past, maybe a person which has been important for you in the past. And all of that may have a positive impact on your career or your social ideas, social plans, social projects. So really great time to maybe look more at the past, or maybe even reconnect people which have been important and potentially ask for their advice or their help, or maybe for their resources. On the 11th of November, we have another intense combination triggering your 8th house. Mercury retro and the Sun together in Scorpio. So that's a very intense combination. And Scorpio is the most intense sign. So you can be very focused on certain idea, maybe again related from the past, because Mercury is retro, and you may reconsider things, you may bring a new awareness to certain situation. Again, it could be related to mutual finances and resources, or also your energy balance, your health. Don't forget that 8th house is also important for our health. So lots of mental focus on certain topics, certain area, and use it wisely. On the 12th of November, we have the first lunation. We have the full moon in Taurus, Scorpio, triggering 2nd and 8th house. The axis related to your resources, related to your money and your health and energy. So what is it that you can release in regards to those areas? Or maybe you can transform something. Maybe you can materialize, achieve something. Just concentrate on those material, resourceful things. Not only material, those can be or your energy, resources as well. But this is, time to also let go of some unnecessary stuff. And at the same time, together with the full moon, you have a very positive combination between Mars in your 7th house and Jupiter in your 9th house. So that's a combination which can bring future projects and also help or doing something together with a partner. Maybe you can plan something together with your romantic partner, or maybe you can plan a trip together. Or this can be great also for business projects, business relationships, especially if you want to materialize something together in the future. Moving forward, on the 13th, Mercury retro in Scorpio in a positive combination with Saturn. So this is another positive combination between your 8th and 10th house. So pay attention. Also, the Sun and Saturn are positively triggered, again affecting 8th and 10th house. And Mercury and Neptune in a positive combination, triggering 8th and 12th house. So pay attention, guys. We had a similar combination like a week before that, and it's all wonderful for your career achievements, for your social reputation, for, again, following your intuition, following, you know, the invisible support which you can receive, or even opening up for this support which can come from, you know, somewhere we cannot really understand, but we can feel. And also for doing something more, you know, beyond the surface, or doing something secretly, maybe preparing, working more behind the scenes on something. Again, we can expect something coming up from the past with Mercury retro, a person, a situation, idea, and all of that can bring a positive impact on your career. Then the 14th of November, we have one challenging aspect between Venus in your 9th house and Neptune in your 12th house. Be extra careful for possible illusions or unrealistic dreams and expectations, especially when it comes to love or something that you are planning together with your partner. 9th house, those can be some unrealistic goals that you have, or maybe, you know, you may realize that you are dreaming too much, not taking action enough. So, you know, this 12th house can bring something which is not completely clear, something which is not completely visible. So this is one of those, you know, emotionally confusing times. So just breathe through it, you know, let it be, accept it, and just let it go after that. And be extra careful with your emotional evaluations of things, especially when it comes to the future goals of yours and overall, you know, some new projects that you would like to start. Then on the 19th of November, one very important ingression for you guys. Mars, the ruler of your sign, is ingressing in Scorpio, the other sign that is ruled by Mars. So Mars will be extremely powerful after the 19th, and that's always supportive for you. And it triggers 8th house, which brings even more focus to this area. So pay attention. How triggered is your 8th house during the whole month almost? And this is time to, you know, maybe take some risks. This is time to take some actions. Keep in mind that Mercury is retrograde for, you know, 1-2 days after. So the very beginning may not be, you know, the best time to take the new steps, but it's a preparation. And definitely the last week of November is great for taking some new risks, for doing something when it comes to investments or finding resources, or doing something together for your partner and his resources. Very, very dynamic combination. And on the very next day, the 20th of November, Mercury is direct. On the 12th degree in Scorpio is where Mercury makes the shift, the transition. And around this day, be extra cautious. You know, Mercury is still quite slow. However, after that, you may realize that things are moving forward, that you have new ideas in regards to mutual finances, resources, and investments. And those ideas might be materialized easier later on. And overall, after that, we have a green light for starting new things, for new projects, you know, signing the contracts, the negotiations, and everything that Mercury generally rules. And on the 22nd of November, a very positive ingression of the Sun in your 9th house in Sagittarius. This can bring more lightness to your daily life, to how you feel, you know, to what you focus on. Maybe it's time for more fun things, not so serious things, more optimism, more focus on the future, maybe some new goals that you may have, maybe something that can expand your mind, something that can, you know, open up your mind for the new opportunities, for the future opportunities and projects. So overall, the last week of November can be even more positive for you than the period before. On the 24th of November, we have the most positive aspect during the whole month. Venus, the small benefactor, joining Jupiter, the great benefactor, in your 9th house, guys. So what a wonderful combination for new goals, for inspiration, for enjoying traveling, enjoying trips, maybe successful communication with foreigners, maybe even finding love abroad or with a person who lives far away, or a person who comes from a different culture, different tradition, or just enjoying this time that you spend learning and traveling and connecting with people who share other traditions. So that's one of the most positive combinations. And on top of that, Sagittarius is a sign which has a positive connection with Aries, with your own sign. So you guys can be very, very lucky on the 24th and even around that, not only on the particular day. However, we also need to mention that we have the other stressful aspect of this month, Mars, which is already in Scorpio, in opposition with Uranus in Taurus, triggering your 8th and 2nd house. Now, this is an aspect, by the way, which happens once in 2 years, so quite a rare combination. And you need to be very careful when it comes to your resources, material things, finances. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't react too impulsively. Don't confront people when that's not necessary. And actually, in most cases, it's not necessary at all. But also be cautious for possible accidents. Don't take too much risks when it comes to, you know, your driving, working with some machines or potentially dangerous things, you know, which can hurt your body. So just don't take unnecessary risks. And that's it. You may find yourself more emotional and especially more impulsive, but just focus on the positive connection between Venus and Jupiter and you will be good. On the 25th of November, Aries, for you, Venus will ingress your 10th house. What a wonderful position for enjoying the success or the activities related to your work, your social realization, things which are visible for other people, you know, to just bring more harmony into your work, into your career, into your reputation, even improve your reputation. Maybe for some of you, it would be a time to find love at work or just fall in love with what you are doing. This is always a good idea. On the 26th of November, we have a magical new moon in Sagittarius in your 9th house. That's a wonderful time to set some new goals for your future, goals that you would like to materialize, to manifest. So what's your dream future? What's, how do you see yourself? How do you want to look like? Or what do you want your life to be maybe 5 years from now, or at least 1 year from now? Write it down, meditate, breathe into it, and just trust, that whatever is good, it will manifest in your life. So very positive new moon on the 26th in your 9th house. And it's always a brand new start, The new moon is always time for new projects, for more inspiration, for taking more action, for more kind of, opening up and taking action. Then Aries, on the 27th, we have an interesting change. Neptune turns direct in Pisces, in your 12th house. It would be especially important if you have a planet around the 16th degree in Pisces, or maybe cusp of the house. So pay extra attention to your intuition, to what comes from within. All of that now can be materialized, can be expressed more openly and in a more, concrete form. So interesting stuff might pop up from the past, from your subconscious. A great time for, some spiritual work, for meditation, for connecting to your inner self, maybe working, healing something from the past. So overall, that really triggers the subconscious level, the emotional level, and also your past, of course. The 28th of November, we are almost at the end. Mercury, which is already direct, has a positive aspect trine with Neptune, triggering 8th and 12th house. So things from the past might be, come to you as an intuition. You might feel more creative, more inspired. Something may really come as a guidance to you, Neptune in 12th house can bring ideas through some internal guidance. It could be through a dream. So really pay attention to your dreams, to your intuition, to some sensations that you may experience. All of that might be very helpful, especially when it comes to the resources area, or some transformation, or even some healing processes. On the very same day, we also have Venus in your 10th house, triggering Uranus in your 2nd house, forming a very positive connection. So what a wonderful combination for career and money. Venus in 10th house can bring, the new projects related to your work, which on top of that you may really enjoy. And Uranus in 2nd house can bring the new ideas, more excitement, more creativity, which you may, use in a very practical way, just, apply it into something concrete. So that's one of the best periods for financial things and for career achievements. And the 30th of November, we have another positive connection between your 8th and 10th house. Mercury in sextile with Saturn. So wonderful time to be very logical, especially when it comes to those two areas, mutual finances and career, and materialize some of those ideas or attract support from other people, and generally, plan things to be precise, to be accurate, to use your intuition as well, and to be more creative, but at the same time in a very practical way, in a way that it brings concrete, visible results. And now the fun part, so how you can win a free reading. All you have to do is just make a picture or a screenshot of your monthly horoscope. It could be on your desktop, it could be on your phone, you watching the video or the screenshot of all of that, and just tag me on Instagram. This is my Instagram, Marina Stoichkova, and it's that simple. The winner will be announced after Mercury goes direct. So after the 20th of November, one of you will get a free reading by me. Okay, guys, so thank you very much. Please let me know if you enjoy those types of presentations, if that's more organized or helps you to, you know, stay more connected to me and the whole process. I would love to hear your thoughts. And of course, if you have something else to share, you're always welcome to do it. I will see you on Instagram. Don't forget about the game. And I wish you all a wonderful month. Kisses and hugs.